Alright, so in this video, I'm going to discuss all the countries that sell their passports in 2025. There's been a lot of changes across different programs. Some information is outdated, some information is still the same as of today in 2025. Looking at August, if you're thinking about a CBI program, then what are the CBI programs currently in production? The most up-to-date information and accurate information is going to be discussed in this video. And before we get started, right, in order to get timely updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any important details. Now, let's start off with these options by continents. A lot of people want to get citizenship in Latin America and they're looking at choices, looking at options. Now, the programs that do not exist are Argentina. A lot of people think that there's a program, there's a citizenship by investment program. It just came out. It's about to come out. No, Argentinian CBI has not materialized. On the contrary, the rules and regulations have really tightened up a lot more than what they were before. So I, at this point, would not recommend any CBI thoughts in Argentina. The only CBI, official CBI program in Latin America is El Salvador option, right? So what's the price? $1 million of investment. And this is not really an investment. You don't recoup this money. You're gifting this money to the government for the El Salvador passport. Is this a good option? Would people go for this one? The short and a sweet answer, and it's obvious, not really, because the passport is not that strong. And yes, theoretically, it's a Bitcoin country. Bitcoin is the legal tender, but practically no one is going to actually go and set up shop and live there for the rest of their life. So I don't think this passport makes much sense. I don't see many tax advantages in El Salvador. Now let's move to Africa. In Africa, there are two options, two hot, solid options. First one is Sierra Leone. The passport, the cost of this program, the base price, the starting price is 140k USD. What is good about this passport? Is it a strong passport? No, absolutely not. It's a weak passport. The only good thing is it's an ECOWAS nation, so you do have access to 13 African countries. Now, some people misrepresent this as lifetime access to any of those countries. They say things like you buy one and you get 13. That is not true. You get an initial visa-free access for 3 months. You still have to file a residency permit, and once it's approved, so you have to go through the bureaucracy, get the residency, and then yes, you can stay on and live in any of those ECOWAS nations. Now, a lot of expats, most of you guys aren't really going and setting up business in ECOWAS nations. There's a separate kind of set of people, and they already have one or African passport to conduct business in that region. For the masses, you're not interested in this one. At 140k, do I think this makes any sense whatsoever? Absolutely not. 100% not. Maybe at half the price I would have thought about it once, but at 140k it's a complete no-go. And this is my personal opinion. This is not immigration, investment, legal, or tax advice. You should do whatever you think is right. And before you do anything, talk to the respective attorney in that region. Or alternatively, you can always reach us, click the link, book a call. We can have that discussion, connect you with the respective professional, and then immediately get you started with that option. The second option in that region is a ECOWAS and CPLP country. Unfortunately, you can name all the countries except this one, because this is not a CBI. This is citizenship by exception. It's one of the fastest and the easiest due diligence processes in the world. In 30 days, you can acquire this nationality, extremely discreet and private, legally done, right? So nothing illegal. If you're trying to get this for wrong reasons, you're going to get busted. It's not for you. This is for pure personal and private reasons. As long as you're keeping things legal, then you do qualify for this program. Then you should look at this program. So this is far beneficial than the other one, which is Sierra Leone. This is far cheaper and extremely fast, much faster than the Sierra Leone program. It has more benefits because it's also a CPLP in addition to ECOWAS. Why would you spend far more money for just ECOWAS when you're getting CPLP and ECOWAS both on the same passport? So the second option in Africa makes a lot more sense. It's a decent, strong option with a lot of pros. And what's the price? The price is far cheaper than 100k pounds. That's the only pricing information I can give you. From the classification, which is ECOWAS and CPLP, you pretty much can narrow down on one or two countries that may fit this classification. So that's Africa. Now in the Middle East slash Africa, what are the options? There are three citizenships. One is Turkey, second is Egypt, third is Jordan. Which is the best one? The absolute best one is Jordan, because if you want to live in the country, if shit hits the fan and you physically want to relocate to a country, then I would absolutely hands down pick Jordan. Amazing people, hospitable people, and a beautiful culture. They don't rip you off. They aren't scamsters like some other places. Jordan is a very, very good option. The problem, the biggest con with Jordan for most of people watching is the price tag of the citizenship. At $1 million in investment does not make a lot of sense for many people. Now they have some upgraded options for business category. Again, that's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not going to deep dive into this, but you're looking at $1 million, or let's say $500,000 to $1 million, in between that range. You would have to structure a business investment if you're interested in that. Egypt, the best option is 300K in property, and then you can apply for nationality. The biggest con is the time frame, right? So theoretically 4 to 6 months, but practically I would say look at more than a year, because you got to purchase a property and then do the application. They ask you for 5 years of travel history. This is a big no-go for a lot of people. I don't know why in the world would they ask for this information. This is hurting the program a lot. A lot of people would not go for this program for this very reason. The next option is Turkey, and Turkey is now not that popular. 400K in a property, given the current times and the chaos, I would say this citizenship is a big no-go, because the time frames have increased. Buying a property and going through all the documentation will take approximately 6 months, and then you're looking at a year or year and a half for your citizenship. So you're looking at a 2-year process, or slightly less than that. So at that price and for what it offers, I don't think this is the best option to target. The next one is the Caribbean. There are 5 countries in Caribbean: St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada. Which is the best one? It's Grenada, in my opinion. 250K in donation plus some fees, or if you're looking to purchase a property, 350K in an approved real estate and then bunch of fees. So it all stacks up. Are Caribbean good programs? In my opinion, my personal opinion, I think, considering that the US has travel banned some of them except Grenada, and EU is proposing a visa waiver revocation pretty soon. Given those factors and the way that these programs are behaving, right, just simply running behind all the expectations of the West, for me, it's a big no-go. I do not recommend, but if you were to pick one, then I would say Grenada would make sense. The next one on the list is in the Pacific, which is a couple of countries. One is Vanuatu. And I really am fond of Vanuatu because it's a beautiful due diligence. It's a non-biometric passport. So as long as you're keeping things legal, this is an easy citizenship to acquire as compared to anything else. You can get this passport in 60 days, right? It's the most cost-effective citizenship. After the redeemable component of 50K back, you're looking at 115 for 4 people. If you have a family of 4, then you're looking at 19 to 20K per passport, right? So the overall cost, the upfront commitment is 165K USD, but then you get the 50K back, and then you're looking at 115 plus some processing fees. Same thing with Nauru, you're looking at 165K plus some fees, but you don't get back the 50K. So Nauru becomes more expensive than Vanuatu. Now, what are the top 3 citizenships that I would closely consider from all of these options? I think if I'm looking at a layering solution where I'm tagging a residency anyways and passport is just a placeholder, then I would like to go with the cheapest CVI option, Vanuatu. Although a lot of people badmouth this because they don't earn much margin out of this. They earn a lot more money from the Caribbean options because obviously it's a heavy loaded program. They charge a lot of money, almost double know, right, the amount. So they do have a lot of commissions. So they will always badmouth Vanuatu, in my opinion, if you're looking for something dirty and cheap. And when I say dirty, I'm talking about a quick and an easy solution. Then Vanuatu could make sense, because anyways you're getting in tagging residencies, so you're going to have a layering solution in place. The second one I would say is I would look at the CPLP and ECOWAS option, right? A lot of advantages over there. Action packed, discreet, exotic, very unique and unknown, under the radar program. So I would definitely look at that. Third one, I would look at Nauru. Beautiful new program, fresh program. No one knows much about it except the core people of the RCBI. Like, we know about it, right? Because obviously we liaison with the government to get you this option, and obviously a few investors know about it. But at large, a lot of people don't know that this is a CBI program. So that's the unique appeal. And finally, at number 4, if I were to look at something, then I really like Jordan as a country, but I don't like the price tag of the citizenship. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which is the best CBI to consider in 2025? And if you aren't yet subscribed to this channel, I'll be reporting changes as they happen live. So if you are subscribed, you will be the first one to be notified. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and catch you in the next one.